I thank God for slavery. I thank God for the crack house. If it wasn't for the crack house, come on somebody, God wouldn't have never been able to use me how he can use me now. And if it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree.
So the things that are in operation on this planet is that white people want to kill us. I want you to understand that. They want to kill you. And it has nothing to do with what the kind of degree you have, what kind of car you have, what kind of title you have, what fraternity you belong to, what religion you belong to. They want to kill you because that is part of their plan. There are any number of reasons why they want to do that. I'm not going to waste my time trying to figure out why they want to kill us. But I know that's what they want to do. And they want to do it in many different ways. Psychological, economic, cultural, spiritual, social, and biological, chemical, electromagnetic. They want to kill you. But they also want to make money in the process of your death. Now, I saw a brother when I was coming in, he was smoking a cigarette. So now he's going to kill himself, but they're going to make money off of his death process. The other thing is that they want us to, if they don't kill us, like they tried to kill the, don't come out right and kill us straight, they want to get us to never use that word. This is the first time I've used it. I don't even think that word, but there's only one nigger on the planet. And the nigger that's on the planet is the one that is destroying the water, the one that's polluting the air, the one that is exploiting people and resources. And the only nigger on the planet is the white man and the white woman. And then our people are not niggers. We are imitation niggers. Now, what we have to do is we have to devise a system or a plan for ourselves. And I said earlier that each one of you is a system. And everything that you do, every thought that you think, either you are supporting white world terror domination by your actions, what you buy, what you wear, where you go, what you eat, how you use your time. You are either supporting the white people in their process of death, or you're for African liberation. It's one or the other. And if we don't use our time wisely, then we are engaging in a form of subtle suicide. Because as I said earlier, their system is still going on. They still have these images on TV that are going on. They're still warehousing our children in the special ed, giving them Ritalin. There are no jobs. We fill in the hospitals. So their system is not stopping. And then finally, I want to say that we need one idea. And we're not thinking about a solution to the problem. We're dealing with all these other things, but these are diversions from the solution to the problem. And we have to start to think about a solution to the problem so that these young brothers and sisters who are here now, who are 15, 16, and 17, are not here 25 years later talking about these same problems. Now, how do I know that the white people know that we are going to come up with a solution to the problem? I know it because they have retina scans, they have what they call racial profiling, DNA banks, and they're monitoring our people to try to prevent the one person from coming up with the one idea. And the one idea is how we are going to exterminate white people, because that, in my estimation, is the only conclusion I have come to. We have to exterminate white people off of the face of the planet to solve this problem. Now, I don't care whether you clap or not, but I'm saying to you that we need to solve this problem because they are going to kill us. And I will leave on that. So we have to just set up our own system and stop playing and get very serious and not be diverted from coming up with a solution to the problem. And the problem on the planet is white people.
What is good, my people? We are Live, back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. Hey, what's going on, Cassidra? How you doing?
I'm good, forecast. How you doing? How was your day?
I'm doing good. Everything is going good. Um,
Awesome, awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
and today I thought I had my mic fixed, but it keeps saying something about a power surge in my computer, so I'm on my phone right now, but we can still do it like regular though. Um, but yeah, everything good with you though, Cassidra?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I'm en route home now, but yeah, everything is good. Everything was good today. Had a great day. So that means you
Okay.
got to get another computer, huh?
No, it's the microphone, I think, but I do need another computer though. But I just need to go get another microphone. It was working, and then it just keep hitting this error and turning off.
Oh wow, something in it is shortening it out.
Yeah. Um, and it's kind of crazy because I hear me talking on the other one, but we're gonna get through it though.
Well, you can mute it on the other one, right? Yep. You can mute it, right?
Um, I don't know if I can or not, but it's all good. It don't bother me. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Cool.
All right, so anyway, get into the topic today, because this is definitely gonna be a good one, and I ain't even gonna delay it so we can get through it. All right, let me check it out.
Sounds
All
good to
right,
me.
so what you say?
I said sounds good to me. Go for it.
Okay. All right, so before I even get to it, I'm gonna play what this brother said about his experience in the 1940s with the KKK.
Until you do some nigga, they come to your house, get your house, and kill you out and beat you up. White folks would at night, beat you up. Nothing you can do about it. You do something for a white man, he doesn't like it, you go get a bunch of people. Come to his house and take you at night and beat you up, and nothing you can do about it. That was stuff like that. I didn't see that happen, but that was going on long enough time now to come up.
Mm-hmm.
How's the kids?
They're good.
They got flu, sir?
Yes, sir.
The girl got flu?
Yeah, she should be good.
All right, so he was talking about how it is 1940s. He's talking about that, they come around there and just try to, you know. But what you think about that, Cassandra?
I thought he was talking about today. Still the same way.
In fact. All right, so
Use Kayak's Explore tool to see just how far your budget can take you.
hold on, my bad. All right, so we're gonna get to the thing, and I'm gonna play this first, Cassandra. This is a black pastor, and this is gonna lead into what we're talking about. So, and check out what he's saying, and let me know what you think.
Stop blaming white cops for the killing of black kids. Instead, teach your black children to be obedient towards authority. And I don't care if most of y'all are black. You need to teach your children to obey authority. We need to teach our sons and daughters to obey authority. We need to teach our children to not fight against authority, not fight against cops, not rebel. Be model citizens. Stop being rebellious towards authority. Be submitted to laws and ordinances. Watch. The Lord said, give back to Caesar what belongs to him. That is, be submitted to governmental authority. You know why you're looking at me like that? Because you don't read. And an Italian cop drove right by me, and I locked eyes with the cop, and we stared at each other. He drove by. And in that moment, I hear the voice of my mom and my father. Son, obey authority.
Wait, hold on. So did he like put his eyes to the ground or something? What he do when this cop roll past? And shouts out to Matron in the building. I appreciate you coming through, Matron. Y'all subscribe to her channel and listen to her. She definitely be going in with the book. So I appreciate you coming through. Let's see. I said I saw this clown. I'm sorry. I hear myself talking. Is blowing me a little bit. She said, I saw this clown talking crazy to a black congregation, like doing any of this helps black people when we get stopped by a cop. Yeah. So, but he seen an Italian cop and he took his hat off and stepped off the curb and kept his eyes to the ground and said, "Yes, sir." But I keep going, brother.
In that moment with that Glock pressed to my head, I got to make a decision. Either my ego is going to be strong, God, or my submission to authority is going to be stronger than my ego.
Damn, precision. Oh, damn, hold on. Oh, my bad, precision. Yo, did you hear
I
that?
switched over to. Yeah, I heard it. I had to switch over to. I'm at home, so I went to switch into my computer. But yeah, I heard him. I don't even know what. You know what? Forecast. I don't know what to say. We are so ignorant sometimes. We just. You know. So what is it? What is he saying? I don't understand. He's saying we need to submit to the authority and governmental. What kind of coon is this? That's what he sounds like. He sounds like a sorry coon. We know what the laws say, but do they follow the laws? We're doing as much as we can. What else do they want us to do? What else does he want us to do? Lick their feet every time they pass? What in the world? How much more can we submit?
And shouts out to Raw in the building. I appreciate you coming through.
I don't get it. What's he really trying to say? Be coons. Be you know respectful. Aren't we respectful? I mean, come on. What more does he want us to do?
Put on some tap shoes and
All right,
dance.
and he tapping. He tapping. That nigga tapping right there. That's the biggest coon ever right there. These pastors. That's what I'm saying. That's why people they're useless. They're not even real people. They're useless right now. They don't have a calling. They don't have an ear. They're not hearing. They have no revelation. So you're reading a scripture that's not even, it's out of context. So let's read it in context. That's when you have revelation. He has none. Most of our pastors today have no revelation. So they talk like this. But you still poor, you still broke, you still starving, you still hungry, you still, what are you saying? Why don't you teach me how to get out of poverty? Teach me what I need to do to invest. Teach me some stuff that's some substance that's going to help me to survive. What are you teaching me? What are you telling me? Besides teaching me how to be a coon, how to tap dance. We do exactly what he's saying. So what more can we do? Okay, I'm just trying to understand what he's saying.
Well, it's like Matrix. All he's saying is praise white Jesus.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank God for white Jesus.
Oh Lord. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you know what? I'll let this woman say it. Cause she said it best. This is what he's saying.
I thank God for slavery.
Oh God. Whew, Lord, there's some ignorant folk.
I thank God for the crack house. If it wasn't for the crack house, come on, somebody, God wouldn't have never been able to use me how he can use me now. And if it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree.
Oh, come on. Come on. What's wrong? See, you know what? They need to just have a whole seat. I'd be glad when they shut these churches down. I swear. If that's all you got to say, you need to sit down. That ain't preaching. That's craziness. That's crazy talk. Talk about something that matters. Tell me how to be free. Tell me how Black folk can be free. Show me the jobs, the job fairs you're having at your church. Show me the investment fairs that you're having at your church. Show me how you're talking about families. Show me how you're talking about how our Black men can get back in the homes. Talk to me about something like that. Don't tell me talk stupid to me. That's ridiculous. This is what's going on with these churches here. I keep telling you, all these crazy people, they just done gone crazy. Don't even make sense what they're saying. We would been in Africa worship. Africans don't worship trees, honey. You might learn something more than what you know now. I guarantee you wouldn't be talking like this if you was there. You'd know how to get a breakthrough. You know how to get a prayer through. But I digress. I'm gonna try to be good. I'm gonna try to be cool with these Christians. I can't tolerate a whole lot of Christian talk. I can't. These Christians get on my nerves because they have no revelation.
We ain't gonna go that way. We're not gonna go
I
that
can't
way.
take
But speaking of what
Can't take it.
this brother, quote unquote brother, is a what's that?
Talk to me. Tell me how many times you have a job. How many times does she have a job fair at her church a month? How many times a month? How many had one since she had church? But you. Oh Lord, I'm gonna pass. Go ahead, forecast.
That's a great question, and this for this brother too.
Oh man, all of them. That's who should have been talking about all of this stuff that's going on in our community. Do you ever hear them talking positive? Do you ever hear them saying, "Hey, fellas, come on, let's have a men's retreat. Let's come on, bring your sons, go get your sons, even if they with their mamas, go get your sons. Let's talk, let's have a powwow." Do you ever hear that? No. You talking about, you need to do this and you need. Well, let me tell you what you need to do. And then she's sitting up there talking crazy. Let's talk about the job fair, ma'am. Let's talk about how many jobs you help the church, the brothers in the church get. Let's talk about the daycare that you have going on, or the after school programs you have, or the school that you're connected to in your church. Let's talk about that. Oh, we can't because you don't have that. You're so busy trying to talk about Africans and raising them worshiping trees. Come on, let's talk about what the real issue is. Let's talk about our community. Let's talk about what we need to talk about to be free in our community. Let's unbrainwash ourselves. I'm just saying, this is crazy.
No,
That's
yes,
crazy.
and speaking of unbrainwashing, right? Because like what this dude said, oh, B's just submissive to the police. Listen, this is police captain. This black dude here. He alleged retaliation after he complained about racism in the police department in Seattle.
Oh, he complained about the police department. He complained about the police department having racism in the police department. He's a captain. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay.
Like, yo, in that movie Crash, I don't know if y'all ever seen it. The dude, the police captain dude, he was black. He was like, I don't want to hear about that. He was like, you know how much racist stuff I had to take to be the captain of a LAPD?
And you imagine, I wouldn't even want that. I wouldn't even want that job because we already know what you're dealing with. And they only got you as a captain because you were token, because you were obedient, because you're one of them coons. That's the only way you can be a captain in a racist police department like California. And we already know it ain't gonna stop. California is almost one of the racist, the most racist in some parts. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, definitely give thanks for the trees, But it speaks like this back.
Targeted by another legal filing. This time it is a tort complaint from Lieutenant John O'Neill. The 20-year veteran is willing to go to court claiming SPD leadership failed to protect him from what he calls lies. O'Neill's name may seem familiar because he made headlines throughout the year after a slew of accusations were lodged against him by 4 female officers. These 4 officers claimed O'Neill engaged in gender discrimination, harassment, and retaliation against them. And since 2022, O'Neill has been...
Oh, wow.
Hey, consider the white girls get you every time.
Every time. Go ahead. In Seattle, they already don't want him over them anyway. So they gonna all come up with a complaint because they don't want him over them. That's all that is. He probably not buying into their crap. But go ahead. I'm gonna see.
To multiple internal investigations.
Hold on, okay. You got a bunch of white folk complaining about you. Must be doing something right. Go ahead.
Facts.
Accusations, but all of those investigations have come out clearing O'Neill, saying the facts and evidence did not support the allegations. So now O'Neill is accusing SPD leadership of failing to protect him from...
What do you know? White girls lying again. Ain't that something?
Are we shocked?
defamatory statements that he claims they knew were lies. There is no exact dollar amount in the tort complaint yet, but Lieutenant John O'Neill is seeking compensation for damages he says he suffered from SPD's unlawful conduct. The tort complaint claims he has gone through emotional distress, pain, and suffering. He specifically names Deputy Chief Eric Barden and Interim Police Chief Sue Rahr in the complaint. The 4 officers also accused then Police Chief Adrian Diaz of supporting O'Neill's behavior. Ultimately, their allegations played a role in Mayor Harrell removing Diaz as chief of police earlier this year. But O'Neill has continued to work at SPD, and this summer, Fox 13 published a 2-part investigation after obtaining hundreds of pages of internal documents involving O'Neill. The information cast doubt on some of the women's allegations. It also uncovered a pattern in which officers would file equal employment opportunity complaints against O'Neill after he would hold officers accountable for what he believed was bad or inadequate work performance. Also in the tort complaint, O'Neill claims he was retaliated against based on race and gender and given less desirable roles. The complaint states he was removed from his leadership role in the K-9 unit, treated unfairly in the public affairs unit, and deprived of a position that was promised to him in the crime scene investigation unit.
Shouts out to Bawana in the building. But what you think about that, Cassandra?
I love it. I knew he was doing his job. He wasn't letting them clown. He wasn't letting them act a fool, but they so used to running stuff. So when you don't let them act a fool, they won't complain and they'll all come against you like they did. And he lost his job. They knew that man wasn't doing nothing, but they all on the same page. They're not going to go against each other. They're going to get on code and they're going to all complain like they did. That man lost his job because he was doing his job. Anytime crackers complain about black folk, that means you're doing your job. Seriously. Now, if you got all the crackers and they loving you, that means you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. That means that you can be trusted by them. That means that you're safe. But when all of them come complaining, I knew he was doing what he needed to do. Because they ain't gonna complain on nobody that's not doing, that's letting them get away with murder, which is what some of these black chiefs do. And they've been in they just like the one said, you know how long I've been, you know how much I had to fight through. Here come. They ain't complaining. He's still there. That means he's he's compromised. But this brother he's good. Keep doing your job. Yep. Give him his job back and his back pay.
Yeah, so and now let's get into the actual topic though, Cassandra. Let's talk about it. Speaking of
$1.com to get our lowest
this whole situation with the brother here, and I meant to pull up the song with the thing with the young sister who smashed the white girl head. But
Okay.
I forgot to bring that up.
No, that's
But
fine.
let's talk about this part.
We don't hear her talking.
All right, here we go. I was trying to skip
Let's
it.
talk about this Carmelo Anthony thing. So you saw that the DEI judge reduced his bail to $250,000. That's $25,000. He's home. No worries, right? Let's talk. If you're arguing either side, let's talk about some legal aspects of the case, right? Texas law 9.31 section 2 says you can't provoke. He said, "Touch me and see what happens. Touch me and you'll see what happens."
He had already touched him, dummy. He had already touched him. You. Go ahead.
And he saw what happened. So.
I'm so tired of these crackers, these hybrids. I'm gonna call them what they are. These demon seeds. That's what they are. Demon seeds, hybrids, Nymphalin seeds. Yes. Sick of them. Well, go ahead. DEI hire. Do you have proof that she's a DEI hire? You probably a DEI hire. Because she's probably good at what she does. She got her job. Trust and believe. Black folk ain't no DEI hire. Because they're not gonna hire you unless you are above and beyond. Okay, so I guarantee you she wasn't no DEI hire. Guarantee you it. Because they're not going to hire anybody that's not performing at 100% against these crackers, these hybrids. Okay, they ain't got no proof. Show me proof that she's DEI hire. He ain't got none. He just running his mouth, his useless mouth, period. Came back, nothing up he's saying. They gaslight every time they open their mouth and then they start lying. Go ahead.
What part of that is not provoking? Number two, he's a minor, under 17 years old, and he has this weapon. That's
So
against
what?
the
Your
law
son
right
got
there.
a gun. So what are you
Number
talking about?
three,
Kyle Rittenhouse had one too. Go ahead.
No, you said this, but I wanted to call it because I seen somebody say this, but I didn't say it. I was like, they was like, Kyle Rittenhouse walk so this young brother can run, but
Ooh, okay. Go ahead. I can't stand when these crackers talk. They get on my nerves.
Over 5 inches long, that's another offense right there, right? Number 4, Texas Penal 46.03 says that you can't have that at a school function, right? Oh, it wasn't on school grounds. No, but it was at the stadium, and that was a school function. Hence, it was illegal, right? Number 4, 5, right? He was prior suspended for having that knife. He had already been suspended for having the knife.
was he?
So what? What's your point? Kyle Rittenhouse had an AR-15. Dylan Ruth had an AR-15. What's his point?
Several eyewitnesses saying, I know him from fighting, and they heard it and the whole thing. And supposedly he left and then came back. So what part of that? I mean, it's premeditated at that point if he came back to do the stabbing, right?
It's premeditated.
They lie. Every time they open their damn mouth, they lie.
Fence at a high school track meet? The guy.
Yeah.
They so useless. They are useless.
Yeah.
Useless.
But it's like they this is what I'll be like telling black people that when we be like, oh, we gotta educate them about it. They know. They know.
They liars and they know.
They know how it goes. You see how quickly, like we be like, oh, there's some hypocrites. Of course they are. Like that's
Botswana, he's not
like,
talking to the black girl. That's her show. And she's showing his video, which I wouldn't even show his video because he's useless. He's lying. I wouldn't even show lies.
Yeah, she be making them. Well, no, let me not say that.
I asked him to move the tent, and that warrants stabbing somebody with a 5.5 inch, larger than 5.5 inch knife in the chest.
How do you know that? I haven't heard that. Have you heard that the knife was more than 5.5, whatever he's saying? I've not heard that. So how does he know that?
He must have seen a picture with a tape measure.
A lie. Every time they open their mouth, they got to add on something. They adding on stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess he's seen a picture with a tape measure beside it and all of that. So
man, these people, I cannot. These hybrids, I cannot with them. I can't. Go ahead.
If it's anything, it's practical. That's not practical. Equal force, right? Come on.
All right.
Thank God he gone.
Let me show this one part. It's really the part where I will show. You know, I gotta make y'all mad sometimes, but
oh God. Oh,
but
God.
this part is not to make you mad. It's the point of me playing it.
Yes. Court is adjourned.
Austin, of course. So Jeffrey Metcalf, the father of the twins, Austin and Hunter Metcalf, Austin, of course, being the victim who unfortunately lost his life at the Frisco track meet at the hands of Carmelo Anthony.
What up, William Bell?
He asked a very powerful question. And that powerful question that he asked was, what kind of family did Carmelo come from? And what kind of family would raise a young man like Carmelo Anthony? And why is the question about the parents so important, right?
Right.
We know that the parents are the ones who are raising the children, and the parents' character, their morals, and their value system, it's important to know what it is, because then we probably could understand more why the child reacts and does the things that they do.
I'm not trying to judge.
But wait, whoa. Let's talk about him. Wasn't he brought up on some charges of raping something or somebody or something?
Oh, we about to show it. Yeah,
okay. I'm just wondering. The pot trying to talk about the kettle? Okay, go ahead. He didn't know he was going to keep calling his stuff, did he? Okay, go ahead. I'm going to let you show it. Go ahead. I'm getting excited. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know these thugs can't contain this one.
Exactly.
What kind of parents did this child have?
What kind of parent are you?
He brought a knife to a track meet, and he murdered his son by stabbing him in the heart.
I would rather bring a knife to a track meet than my hands to a life or death fight.
Exactly. I'd rather take care of it and argue it in court. You know what I'm saying? Because you just had a white boy to stab. Did you get what I showed you? Did you get it? The white boy who stabbed the Mexican boy and killed him and got us same thing, same incident, and got $175 bond. But he stabbed the white boy. He stabbed the Mexican boy and killed him. Same thing. So what was he supposed to do again? Stand there and possibly be the The victim? Oh no, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Cause them big boys, them two brothers was big boys. Okay, why would he stand there and let them two brothers jack on him? Damn, please get out of here. You better tear him up and live to testify, live to talk about it. Go ahead.
The guy was in the wrong place. They asked him to move, and he bowed up.
But it wasn't your son's job.
So I don't think it was wrong that he asked that question, but my question would be, since Jeffrey Metcalf was arrested back in 2011 for sexual assault, in 2011, his sons would have already been born because they're 17. So that means they would have had to been born around 2007 or so, right? Yeah. And we know that he's not married or together with the twins' mother. They're separated because they have several different GoFundMes, one for him, one
Say what? So hold on. They got some single mama stuff going on. The deadbeat daddy. This is a daddy dad situation.
You trying to talk about? Didn't think your stuff was gonna come out, huh? Huh? Didn't think you was gonna find out you was raping folk, huh?
You know how them white single mothers be. But anyway, speaking, because they got all these scams going on. She about to expose their scams and all that. They got several GoFundMes for this white boy. But he's dead, so I don't know what they raising money for. So it's over already.
Ask that question, but my question would be, since Jeffrey Metcalf was arrested back in 2011 for sexual assault, in 2011, his sons would have already been born because they're 17. So that means they would have had to been born around 2007 or so, right? And we know that he's not married or together with the twins' mother. They're separated because they have several different GoFundMes, one for him, one for the wife, and they might even have one for Hunter, but who knows? But I would want to know what kind of family would raise a young man who would try to physically remove someone from underneath a tent who just wants to stay dry because it's raining cats and dogs.
And it didn't belong to him. The tent didn't belong to him.
Devout, born-again Christian, their morals and their value systems would say, hey, get up under this tent and stay dry.
Yeah.
So just as important,
my brother in Christ,
Jeffrey Metcalf, who raised Carmelo Anthony, I would want to know who raised Austin Metcalf to be the bully young man that he was on that fateful day down in Frisco, Texas.
Wow. I love it. Pot trying to talk about the kettle. What kind of parents raised him? Well, what kind of parent raping folk? What did you teach your son? How to rape people?
Well, he wasn't in the home. He wasn't in the home. That was the problem. And they ain't got no male figure. They got brought up under a single mother. You know how them deadbeat daddies be. But anyway, check this out. So,
continuing our coverage on a deadly stabbing case out of Frisco, Texas. The case has made national headlines and stirred up racial division around the relationship between the victim and the suspect. My next guest has tonight's update.
And joining us on the fact, and what we're seeing now is a reduction in the bond of Carmelo Anthony and the killing of Austin Metcalf in a community just north of
this ain't the right one, but whatever.
A major controversy. People have taken sides, black versus white. Just strange and very sad that it has come down to this. But there was a reduction in his bond, Carmelo Anthony, the 17-year-old black kid accused of killing the 17-year-old white kid. Tell us what the bond has gone from and to and your thoughts about it.
Yeah, the bond was reduced from $1 million to $250,000. And given the circumstances of that case, it's definitely an appropriate reduction. For an individual as young as Mr. Anthony is, 17, my understanding is no substantial or, if any, prior criminal history. He certainly has significant ties to the community. That being said, he doesn't show himself to be a flight risk He should be able to make his court appearances. On top of that, they have to demonstrate, given the lack of history, that he's not going to be a continuing harm to the community. Those are all of the factors that the court is to consider. What it shouldn't consider or presume is his guilt. And so when you look at a bond amount as high as $1 million, it almost presumes him to be guilty. And certainly we've heard through various outlets that there is a self-defense claim that's being raised, and he's entitled to raise that defense. And so while he's raising that defense, the court needs to give him an opportunity to be able to bond out, which will make it a lot more better for him in terms of preparing for his upcoming trial.
Now, we know there has been a racial divide in the.
All right, so
why is he acting like it's just the racial divide today? America has been divided since we've been here. So why do people say that? I don't understand when they say, oh, it's a racial divide. Well, it's been like that forever. This case didn't do that. It's been since how long we've been here? I'm just saying it's been like that for a while.
Well, he probably got a white girlfriend, so.
Exactly.
Well, a white boss for sure.
White somebody that he kissing behind. He got to make sure he, say the right things, right?
Yeah, so, but anyway, and this judge, check this out.
Tucker is finally getting more security because ever since she reduced Carmelo Anthony's bond from $1 million down to $250,000, which led to Carmelo posting his bond, Judge Angela Tucker has been receiving a lot of unalived threats. And now the FBI's confirmed to investigating all of them. And apparently someone even leaked a ton of personal information about Angela Tucker. And this all started once she reduced Carmelo Anthony's bond, and it only increased once he posted his bail. The sheriff's office is actively searching for the person who leaked Angela Tucker's address on the internet publicly. And I know we're all emotionally invested in this, but please don't be aggressive in the comments. I want us to be able to.
So the FBI, quote unquote, leaked her information. Well, no, they are investigating, quote unquote.
Oh, yeah, right. All they have to do is go online and they can see the man that leaked it. All they have to do is go back to that. They're not trying to investigate nothing. We already know who the FBI, the same people that killed the Black Panthers. That's the same people, the same Bureau of, those are the same people. So it don't change. They just want to make you think, hey, we're going to do blah, blah, blah. We already know how they roll. They'll never change. Never. But my thing is, I don't recall them ever doing a white judge like this. I don't ever recall Kyle Rittenhouse's judge being done, who allowed him to shoot 3 and murder 2 of them. I don't recall his judge doing that. And we saw how his judge was egging on and giving information and not allowing certain things to be shown in court. So we saw how he was, with Kyle Rittenhouse, but nobody threatened him. Nobody threatened Peyton's judge, the one that shot up the market in Buffalo, New York. Nobody threatened the Dylan Roof's judge. Nobody, so why is it the Black judge got to put up with this? And Stephen Olay, remember Stephen, who let out Breonna Taylor's Kenneth? Remember what he went through because he allowed him out, and then he got taken off the judge. Something with his career or something. But why is it when Black folk want to defend or do the right thing, not just because they're defending him because he's Black, they're defending him because why am I going to leave this boy in jail? You gave him, everybody get a bond. Kyle Rittenhouse was able to walk. He went home, house arrest, and then he moved. They didn't even know where he was, but the judge, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But was he supposed to be doing that? No. So why is it that they get to be treated different? It's all the same, right? We're in America. Everybody's equal, right? Isn't that what the Constitution? We hold each other to be separate, and all men are created equal. Okay. So is that truth or what? What are we doing here? Okay, I'm gonna rest with that one.
Yeah, and that's why it's important to have, if you believe in that sort of thing.
Botswana,
right?
they better be ready already. Ain't no getting ready. They better be ready. They should have been ready when she got on that case. They should have been ready then.
Yeah, and it's up to Black people to protect if they're
That
doing
where
something
is
to,
isn't that who's that era? What's the new group? Era,
new
new
era.
era. Hopefully, new era, Black Panthers. Somebody should be down there protecting him and her. If we really about Black people, why don't we have our own protection? Like we need, especially when we come across cases like this, because we knew she was going to need protection because of these Neanderthals that we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? They always want you not to do for yours, but they can do for their own, but don't want you to do for yours. No, you take care of yours, we're gonna take care of ours. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, where is the new Black Panthers and new era? That's who needs to be out there protecting this family and her. Let her do her job and protect her. Go ahead.
Yeah. So let me see. I'll play a little bit.
What you're seeing right now is the 17-year-old accused of murder walking out of the Collin County Jail this afternoon after posting bond.
Carmelo Anthony, the main suspect in the murder of Austin Metcalf, the 17-year-old kid who was stabbed in the heart at a track meet in Frisco, Texas, is now officially out on bond. And this is after a woke left-wing judge that apparently was appointed by Texas Governor Greg Abbott 2 separate times ended up reducing his bond from $1 million to $250,000. And at this point in time, the family is fully capable of paying that money. When we last left off this story, we were talking about the GoFundMe for Carmelo Anthony and how it had raised over $400,000. That
$400,000.
That's good. That's good. We need to be doing more. Daniel Penny raised over $3 million. So what's the point?
True.
Okay. And he wasn't out of jail after he choked a homeless man? I'm just saying. He was out of jail until, and then he walked. No jail time for him. So what's the problem? They can, but we can't. Was that self-defense? They said that was self-defense. How now that they should have been asking him, hey, how was that self-defense when the dude was behind the dude? So how was he threatening you? So that's murder. So we gonna pick and choose when it's murder and when it's not, huh? Okay. And then your president, they wanted to ruin his life. Well, you just murdered a homeless man who did nothing to you. That's murder. So we don't know what murder is now? Okay, go ahead.
Number is close to $500,000. And I think it is very important for you guys out there in the audience to understand that there are a lot of people spreading the bad information, the lies, the falsehoods about this case because they don't know.
All right, so this dude is like kind of lame and look a little gay and talk so slow, so it's irrelevant. We'll go to this. I'll let this dude do because he was kind of mad.
My opinion, fraudulent fundraiser.
Okay.
You're here from the quartering, and this Carmelo case just gets weirder and weirder, including
just like you guys.
Some wild comments on Carmelo's, in my opinion, fraudulent fundraiser. But a new rap song has been released in his honor, apparently.
Okay, good.
He has
don't hate.
I gotta play this.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
And a whole bunch of other stuff that is just very, very odd.
We get music. Didn't they have one when the Alabama happened? Didn't they get a song with Alabama, the chairman? I'm just saying. That's what we do. We're trendsetters. Go ahead.
It's crazy. And I'm surprised, he hasn't become a millionaire just yet, but just an update now, he's up to $450,000 raised. Congratulations. The neighbors of where
now it's $450,000.
Okay,
so you're going higher.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay. Let's get $1 million.
All right. Yeah, facts.
Is currently living are saying that it's nonstop Amazon packages coming to their house ever since his release.
Wow.
And they don't want him in their neighborhood. And who could possibly blame them? Well, let's start with the judge. Judge in the case gets added security, FBI investigating threats. Now, I don't know if people sent threats.
Oh, you did.
You know,
devils.
I hope that they don't. I hope that they wouldn't be, ruining their lives, over sending a tweet or whatever the case may be. But here it is.
You know the crazy part? You know who ruined their life? This white boy is trying to run up on them.
Exactly.
The Collins County Sheriff's Office told us Tuesday that it's beefed up protection around Judge Angela Tucker in the wake of her Monday choice to lower the alleged high school track meets bond from $1 million to $250,000. Many believe because they have the same skin color. The CCSO said court staff and concerned citizens reported the menacing remarks made against the official, and now the team investigators, as well as the FBI, are probing the matter. Now, I did see the judge got doxxed. This is a part of it. I don't support the doxing. I would rather,
Oh, is it part of white culture, white boy? Is that what white crackers do? Or peckerwood or whatever the hell you call them? Is that what y'all do? Oh, okay. That was just
support people removing her from her position or getting her fired or disbarred or whatever the case is.
How do you get somebody fired for doing that job?
To recuse herself from this case, whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, that's where we're at. The attorney for Anthony, the 17-year-old who's facing these, felony charges.
17-year-old child who defended himself.
Exactly.
I'm glad he's home and here. Better, like Bawana said, better be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Carried by 6, of course. We need to find out what self-defense really means. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't know what self-defense is.
Yeah. And also, we need to start making sure that 12 is us too, by the way.
Exactly.
Not them.
Exactly.
However, when an attorney for them has argued that to the judge that $1 million bond was unnecessary due to his client's lack of criminal activity history. Well, he's only 17. You got to give him time.
Oh.
These vile anti-white.
It only takes a matter of time for them.
Oh, God.
Well, white boys, they commit crimes at like 5 years old. So
Exactly. Teaching their children how to blow up schools.
Yeah, it'll be a school shooting, so they do something.
Exactly.
Yeah, when they like 10.
Comments we got to talk about. It is wild, but they wrote a Carmelo Anthony rap song. I'm not joking. Now, I'm hoping this is like AI generated and not real.
I had to play it.
I love it.
We got to go out to the song. You
make him famous. Make him famous.
But yeah, they hate us so much.
God,
is definitely true. Let's take a listen.
Touch me and see what.
Dropped Your King. Carmelo Anthony is released. Dropped Your Crown King. Sorry.
They touch. They can't speak Negro, so.
Now they grieving in merch. I'm chilling in Turks. Let's go. Yeah, out on bail like it's fashion week. Told the judge I'm good. He dropped it to $250 G. Now mom's in the Benz, bros rocking off white while the news still run that twin boys cry at night.
Oh, so they're celebrating his brother crying. Again, God, I hope this is AI generated.
I'm about to buy that song right now, so I can like.
Oh my God,
that's your heart.
He mad because they got a song. Oh my God, that's right. We're talented like that. What's the problem? We're talented.
AI can't do what black people can do. Bro. Y'all can't make nothing better than black people.
Oh no.
So, sorry.
Please tell me this is AI generated.
Box got my mug shot in full HD, but the GoFundMe saying pray for me. Got him confused. Am I savage or saved? Depends what headline gets the most plays. Family of faith, nah, family of finesse. Turned grief into gold, put pain in a vest. The tent was a setup, he pushed, I sliced. But y'all turned a school scuffle into Christ's second life.
He's saying he's God now, or that he's Jesus. I'm confused.
He said move, I said bet. He pushed me once, I cashed that check. Now I'm chilling with my publicist posting.
Yo, you heard that? He said, "Don't touch me." He said, "Push me once." I said, "Bet." He pushed me again. He couldn't cash that check.
Man, and they mad. What you mad about? What you mad about?
That was the bar.
Touch him and hit and run this time. You got hit back. You tried to hit and run, huh? Trying to move somebody, they ain't even your tent. You should have just sat down and just left folk alone. It's raining. I'm not moving. It's raining. You move. They wasn't even supposed to be there.
Yo, Cassidra, I tell you what, I might be praying true right now, but I would have missed this moment. But it ain't worth it. But
man.
He said we was praising white Jesus now.
Quotes while the lawyer read Psalms in a fur coat. Yeah, I gave them the truth. They want tears, but I don't cry for cameras or fake tears. They said, "Why'd you run?" I said, "Why'd he touch? This ain't track and field. This is don't do too much."
What?
Oh,
He said, "Don't do too much."
You don't understand, bro. We understand. He don't get it. You don't get it. You'll never get that music. But go ahead and play.
That was our bar.
That's crazy.
Oh, no, I gotta run it back a little bit. Not that much, just that line.
Do too much.
All right, here we go.
He touched. This ain't track and field. This is don't run. I said, "Why'd he touch? This ain't track and field. This is don't do too much."
You don't understand
What?
that.
Media flipped it. Now I'm the villain, but I'm on Cameo, signing death threats for $1 million. Mom doing merch linked in the bio. Meanwhile, I'm ghosting the priest from Ohio. Where's the remorse? It's locked in the safe right next to the knife in the legal briefcase. I asked the cop if it's self-defense, then smiled like, "Can I leave now?" Said yes. They said he died in his twin's arms. So poetic, but tell the twin don't push next time. Pathetic.
They told his brother, "Don't push next time," and then called him pathetic.
It's pathetic, right?
Again, this is not Carmelo Anthony's song.
What? What?
He heard.
What? Spit it out. Spit it out.
I don't know. To me, it's a little
That's fine.
polished.
He can't even listen to it. He had to skip it.
Crap. Again,
He can't take it. No.
Oh, yeah.
It's not AI. Whoever wrote this. Is a piece
Oh,
of
I gotta
garbage.
find that right now.
But it's very weird. Here you see, "Hey, Dominique, now your financial records and criminal history are rather unsafe at the moment. Stay tuned. I'm on my way to ruin your day." Here you have all sorts of financial records about to get exposed from Minister Dominique.
I'm sorry. I just real quick. It's because I gotta go off with this. This is
That's crazy. Forecast, you talking?
damn. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, yeah, my bad. I just had to get the name real quick. My bad.
Weird. Here you see, "Hey, Dominique, now your financial records and criminal history are rather unsafe at the moment. Stay tuned. I'm on my way to ruin your day."
Oh, so now
Here you
you're
have
threatening him.
all sorts of financial records about to get exposed from Minister Dominique Alexander, which is, of course, very, very good, in my opinion.
I don't understand.
Again, he returns to his home. Neighbors now question the bond reduction. I wouldn't want to live next to this.
It doesn't matter. Then they need to move, then don't they? Because I'm not going anywhere. They can move. How about that? Huh. They can move.
The teen's return to the neighborhood hasn't gone unnoticed. Several residents voiced concern after spotting multiple high-end vehicles, including a brand new car in the driveway. with temporary plates. He got a new car. Neighbors came. They had no idea that they were even living there. Not good at all. I don't think he should be out. Another added bluntly, they're not poor people. That's for sure.
Yo, can you hear me?
You guys are haters. You just mad because he was living just a little bit better than Cal Rittenhouse, huh? Cal Rittenhouse in the projects, in the trailer parks. Whatever. These people are so ridiculous. They are ridiculous. These people, I cannot. They are so vindictive. So vindictive.
Yeah, and I hope, and you're right, Raw. I hope this is a lesson for our people.
Hey, what kind of people are these? What kind? To not want you to take up or defend your own, but they do it all the time. But when you do it, it's a problem. What kind of people are these? What do you think? We're going to leave ours out to dry? You don't leave yours out to dry. So why should we? He had every God-given right. If he felt threatened because of the nature of this country, if he felt threatened, then he handled his business. Because who's to say what part of threat? How did he feel threatened? Were they standing up on him? Was he afraid that they was going to beat him down or, cause bodily harm to him? So he had every God-given right to defend himself, period. Because we know what they do to black boys, especially with two of them. They were twins. So my thing is he probably felt threatened for his life. Beat down by, 200 pounds. You had 400-pound guys. They could do damage. Come on now. He could have been on the other end of that. He could have not been here today. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. And I'm glad he's here.
I'm glad he's here too. I'm glad he's here to talk about it.
The tension comes on the heels of the fatal altercation that took place back on April 2nd. He was initially booked.
Let's skip. I haven't got this far.
This young man. Like, dear Lord, help us.
To help you.
An actual comment on the Carmelo Anthony fundraiser. When I saw Carmelo's age, when I was Carmelo's age, I would have had to get up and not say a word.
Dude, shut up. You would have had a gun.
This young man.
Shut up.
Like, dear Lord, help us.
Yeah.
God bless this young man for
and been in backyard practice.
The kid, God bless him. 5 hearts, of course, on that.
No, the person that commented, they were saying, like, I guess they grew up in Jim Crow, and they was like, they would have had to do it. And he was like, and now we at a point where we could just defend ourselves. And, thank goodness. And he mad at that.
That's only the beginning. Comments on the Anther fundraiser are something. Over 12,000 donors now. The community supports you. I know you're scared, but believe in yourself and your inner strength. The ancestors got you, young. Okay.
Okay. He's like, the ancestors. Yeah, fool.
When one of these white people posts something dumb, I always look at the amount of likes it gets because I love seeing the amount of them just lurking with hateful eyes as we lift up Carmelo and his family. They hate to see us unified. To think that we would sit quietly and just let you all enjoy a modern day lynching is wild.
And shouts out to
this
is all the people who donated.
I think the black community should come together, be together. I 100% support that. Now, I don't support them.
But you're not going to tell us how to come together. That's our choice.
Lives or anything.
You don't have a right to tell us how. You stand down. Mind your business. Ain't nobody tell you how when Kyle Rittenhouse, when you guys came together and raised all that money for him. Nobody said anything. We don't say anything because we don't care. But you guys care. You guys want to tell us how to act. Tell us what to do. Stand down. You can't tell us nothing.
Mm-hmm. And this is like all the black people around the world who is donating to this young brother's cause here. So this is what he's even showing. So this is shouts out to all the brothers out there and the people who is supporting the brother. And we understand what time it is, you know what I'm saying? Well, some of us do, but
a whole lot of us do. And the ones that don't, hey, I feel for you. Because my thing is right now, no black person should be going out by themselves or without their candy bars. And let's also mention that indeed how people are coming up missing. They're going out for jobs. You guys be careful. This just came in my daughter was talking to me about it. I see a lot of people, and indeed they're going after some of these jobs, right? And they're meeting them at hotels and they're coming up missing. So you guys be smart when you go on these job interviews. Don't meet somebody at a hotel. Meet them at an office or, or a public place like a McDonald's or, something. Stop meeting. Why would you meet at a roundy hotel? One that's in the ghetto, one that's in a place that's not conducive for anybody of the right mind. You know what I'm saying? While it's in this one hotel, it's in, the worst part of town that these people are coming up missing. So just be careful when you guys going out for that Indeed. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to get off the subject, but I just wanted to mention that while I was thinking about it.
Oh no, there you go. You're right. And yeah, if you got to go into an interview in a crazy place like that, it's
or either just go out ahead of time. Be there, go out. Maybe if they saying be there at 4, you or 2, you be there at 12 or 12:31, just so you can see the area. Go out and see the area first, and take somebody with you. Don't just go up there by yourself. Especially in a hotel. Why you meet somebody in a hotel? I don't need no job that bad. I'm gonna meet you in a hotel. Hell no, I'm not doing that. No, that's crazy. Yeah, and these young people, you can't. Some young girl was on the bus stop with her phone in her hand and got snatched. Why are we on the phone? Watch your surroundings. Things are critical, especially now. Watch your surroundings because they're getting ready to do something that's going to try to get back. We already know what we're dealing with. We know who we're dealing with. These are nymphalims. These are hybrids. These are Satan seeds. We know how they operate. They're not going to let this go without doing something. So just watch your surroundings, you guys. We know how they operate. Stop acting like you don't understand how these people are, how they flow. Watch your surroundings. Keep your head on the swivel. Stay off your phone if you're at a bus stop. Watch your surroundings so you can have some type of, awareness. Yes.
Yeah. Situational
awareness. Yeah. Awareness. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, they're getting ready to take that traffic into another level. So y'all be careful out there.
Community, by the way. We, your brothers in Liberia, West Africa, fight for your freedom in bondage land. Adding up
shout out to Liberia.
Small, as we always say, from $85 before, brother, we finally reached $100. Thank Jah blessing. Let's run it up like they ran it up for their dear George Zimmerman.
That's
hang in there, family. Again,
it says
free him. Second time giving. Use these funds any way you need to stay safe.
Anyway, brother.
Seek fair justice in this imperfect world.
The bullets might start costing a lot more money soon.
Hey.
So if you got to use, right, that's what I'm saying. Use your money wisely.
Yep. Out tonight. They're pretty cheap. So go get some, you guys.
Kelly Anderson spelled incorrectly. Banff.
How you gonna tell her name is spelled incorrectly? Who is he to tell you how to spell your name? Did he just say the girl's name was spelled incorrectly? What the heck? Who is he? Who is he forecast to tell somebody how to spell their name? He gonna tell somebody your name's spelled wrong. What? Oh my God! Come on here. I ain't got time for this crack. I ain't got time.
This is America, and these flat whiteness immigrants from all over the world have always been the enemies towards, quote, foundational Black Americans.
That's right.
I'm not really sure who a foundational Black American is.
Oh, well, don't worry about it.
They don't exist. I mean, you have a movement behind you. First time I ever donated online, but I felt compelled. This young man was defending himself as being unjustly vilified in the media. A lot of these donations are simply being fueled by hate of white people.
Oh, so
Lydia,
what?
This is my second time giving. I don't really understand, what on earth?
Why are you on
head up, baby boy? The movement's behind you.
Why are you so?
This is my third donation. I'm praying for a speedy, safe, and fair trial. Fine. We all know that you need the money for legal fees, security, safe havens, and time from your jobs. Dear Javoa Jirai Yeshua, please
God.
build a fence
Well, you need some soul.
around Anthony.
He needs some soul.
Let the racist tears flow. Defending Carmelo is the way to go. He is forever innocent in the eyes.
Also, I consider. Also, yeah, I don't even. I was trying to skip it, but I gotta do it.
Let the racist tears flow. Defending protection around Anthony. Jirai jobs.
What is he?
We all know that you need the money for legal fees, security, safe havens, and time from your jobs. Dear Javoa Jirai, please build a fence of protection around Anthony.
Poor kids. He don't even know how to.
Running a small family business.
Is that true?
He sound like a fool. Yasharel, that's what it should have been, dummy. He's so dumb. He's an idiot.
Oh man,
Just
that was funny.
Let the racist tears flow. Defending Carmelo is the way to go.
Yeah,
He's
it
forever
is.
innocent in the eyes, just like
you're ever going to
Daniel
support
Penny
our
was
brother.
in the eyes of white America.
Just like Daniel Penny.
Was innocent.
Exactly.
Oh wait, what? Listen to this, because
Daniel Penny was in the eyes of white America. Daniel Penny was innocent, though. The
No,
same
he wasn't.
murderer who raised over $1 million. Did Black Americans threaten that judge? Yeah, I bet. And what happened to colored white America? You people are racists. We got your back, brother Carmelo. The grift is so insane with this. Like, I don't even understand. I talked about this earlier.
You don't have to. We got this.
There is a
Not
man
what you
who is
understand.
grieving his stillborn child who was sitting on a park bench in Arizona just a few days ago. They had a deranged black man come chop his head off.
Oh, wow.
I need to look into this. I should have watched this
Does that
before.
sound right?
Huh?
Well, does that sound right? What did he say? Somebody chopped somebody. What? A black man chopped his head off?
A black man probably defended himself and smoked this white boy. So I should look into it.
Sound right.
I'm about to. I need to write that down. The old black guy whose son died. He was talking crazy.
Oh no, we're not going to hear.
Oh no, no.
Oh heck no! Get out of here, Botswana. Botswana.
No, I'm not gonna do that. We had too much going to go on.
We not. No, we're no. You better pull that up yourself and listen to that in your personal closet. That's garbage.
Oh man.
Man, it's talking crazy.
There wasn't a single GoFundMe set up for him. I found that out this morning, so I set one up and I put the first $5,000 in it.
Oh wow, awesome. Huh, who cares?
I mean, like, okay, they want to look after their people, then I'm going to look after my
Well, you've been doing that. That's nothing.
This guy was just innocent sitting there.
You've been doing it.
Jacob Couch. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna play this for a second, and because I'm gonna put this in there so I can remember it.
Yeah. What's his name? Jacob who?
Jacob Couch.
You know, took his head off.
Can you text that to me?
Nobody
Alright,
started
so,
a GoFundMe for the guy. There was
text me Jacob Couch so you can see what that is next time.
Jacob Couch, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is fighting for his life. He probably did something he had no business doing.
Exactly. You know he did.
And speaking of GoFundMe, because the sister mentioned it, you see his dad scamming off air on Facebook. He said, I don't want to click on it because it's probably going to freeze up, but he's talking about, I'm Jeff Metcalf. My son was tragically whatever. And he's asking for $240,000 for himself, trying to scam. You know what? Let's go ahead and click on it. It's probably gonna freeze up, so we'll skip it if it don't work. All right, forget it. All right, here we go. And so, this Doug's trying to make money off his son's death. You see this?
Wow, huh?
Ain't that something?
Ain't that something?
He's scamming. He
So
running
he
a
got one
grift
up. His
off his
mama
son's
got
phone.
one up. So they all got one up. Huh?
They all got one up.
Is that something?
Brother probably got one up.
Yep.
Friends probably got some up. They scamming to make money. But anyway.
Jacob Couch.
We had enough, CassidraCheek.
He will remain
I'll
on
play this part because
his trial. A judge in Collin County slashed his $1 million bond originally and said he may await trial at home with an ankle monitor and 24-hour supervision from his parents or some other adult designee. And
one a girl
family had
making
set up a
Kelly.
Give, Send, Go account, which is already raised over. This guy, Delano, gets out on, relatively low bond that somebody else is paying because he's already got this huge GoFundMe account or Give, Send, Go account. And you tell me why that is, in your opinion.
Well, to be frank, I was surprised that bail was set at $1 million. For context, Dylan Roof's bail was set at $1 million for the gun charges, not for the.
You hear that, Cassidra? His bail was the same as Dylan Roof.
You mean the one that killed 9 people in the church? Yeah, that murdered them.
That is, in your opinion.
Well, to be frank, I was surprised that bail was set at $1 million. For context, Dylan Roof's bail was set at $1 million for the gun charges, not for the murders he committed, not for the 9 murders in Charleston, South Carolina, but on the gun charges. So $1 million always sounded high to me. If Carmelo Anthony had a long track record, a long criminal record, then I think it would be different. I think his entire case is going to hinge on his claim that he was acting in self-defense. A jury will have to hear evidence to substantiate that claim, and they will decide whether or not there's any basis to that claim. I think, this is my personal opinion, this case has moved from a local case to a national case because of the racial dynamics at play. And it's
Carmelo is black and Austin was white.
Correct. And it's unfortunate that it seems as if many of the conservatives who typically say, let's wait to hear all the facts, let's get all the evidence, let's let the jury, of this person's peers make a decision, have rushed to judgment in terms of motives, in terms of what happened or didn't happen. And part of the reason that I've been hesitant to make certain comments on this case publicly and why I'm holding my powder is because I've seen time and time again the original narrative that gets set into the media.
All right.
Whether on the left, typically on the left, because this
is all the time.
Very long time.
He's going to. That's my prediction as a lawyer, and we take on legal cases all the time on this show.
She's not a lawyer.
Passed as a 10-year practicing attorney at a very high level. I have no doubt that this kid is in a lot of trouble right now and is more likely than not going to go to prison probably for the rest of his life, because we went through the legal standard with our legal panel just the other day. You cannot respond to non-deadly force with deadly force, period. Period. And it doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. What I think is happening here.
Okay. I understand what she's saying, but if you have 200-pound brothers, twins, standing up, facing you, how do you know what they're going to do? So am I supposed to wait? Was he supposed to wait to get beat down and possibly murdered himself or possibly beat down so bad, and we've seen it, to where he could have had brain damage or whatever? So was he actually supposed to wait? He warned these thugs twice. He warned them, hey, stay away, whatever. And they kept doing what they were doing. So guess what? He did what he thought he had to do. And he could have been fearing for his life. Like they always say, I was fearing for my life. You could be walking the other way. They said Peter Spencer, he was, they shot him 5 times, 11 times in the back, self-defense. But he was running away from them because they felt threatened. So you understand what I'm saying? So who knows? Maybe the young brother felt threatened. You got 400 pounds standing in front of you. What you supposed to do? You better get it out while you can, because you get under them, on the ground under them, you done. You ain't getting up from them 400 pounds. I'm just saying, each brother was 200 pounds. What you want to do? Take my chances, get beat down, or defend myself by telling you to get back? Don't touch me. Get off me. That was a warning. So what do? You're supposed to walk away. That was your time to walk away, and you chose not to over something that didn't belong to you. That was the city's tent that didn't belong to you. It's just like me going to somebody's house, telling somebody else to get out. I don't belong there. That's not my house. I don't have authority to tell you that. And they had no authority to touch him or tell him anything. And then try to make him move? What? Because them brothers was harassing him. They didn't just ask him, hey, that they was threatening. They was threatening. But I'm gonna rest that.
Well, even if what you say is true, the brother on the train, was he about to like threaten or kill somebody?
He was not doing anything. That's what I'm saying.
So
he was standing on the train and he got choked from behind. But that's murder. But he gets to walk. Daniel Penny get to walk? Really? After you murdered somebody that wasn't even facing you, he was behind him. So how am I threatening you? Somebody said, well, he was threatening some people on the train. Oh, by him talking? Did he touch anybody? Daniel Penny choked out. What was the dude's name? I want to give him honor. He would have not Daniel Penny. What's the dude name that he choked out? I don't remember his name, but he literally choked this man out for talking too loud. Black folks, we talk loud anyway. We get emotional. We get all in our emotions. So you want to put your hands on me because I'm talking and I touch nobody? That's not that's not self-defense there. Just like Peter, I want you to look up Peter Spencer. We're going to talk about that brother who went fishing with white folk, with his co-workers, and was running away from them. They shot him in the back 11 times, and they said it was self-defense. No charges.
Like the Jamaican brother or something.
Yes, no charges. Really. So they can murder people, and you just make up some stuff. Because that's what you're doing, making it up as you go along. The same way they did with Kyle Rittenhouse. The judge made it up as they went along. Castile. The judge made it up as they, as he went along for Kyle Rittenhouse, right? And we all knew they couldn't do this, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do this, they couldn't bring this forth. The judge had a whole lot of stipulations where he couldn't do it. They couldn't bring anything, the lawyers. But I'm arrest. These people are psycho. These are Satan's seeds. Y'all not gonna tell me they're not. Those are Satan's seeds. I must keep saying it till y'all hear me. Satan's seed. They come to kill, steal, and destroy. Whose attributes are those? I'll rest.
I think we had enough. We can finish it, or we could talk about something else last week before we close out. It's up to you. You want to finish this or go on?
It's up to you.
Let's go on to the. All right, so.
No, they're gonna always turn it to work it their way. They're gonna always turn it to work it their way.
Mm-hmm. And so, by the way, this is this teacher here who got fired for writing this on the board.
You got 5 seconds. R. 3. He said R.
So they playing a game in this Neanderthal school.
You know what? I cannot with them. I'm telling you. Nothing they do makes sense. You see the one with the Mexican woman and her son was fighting the black boy, and she kept taunting the black boy. He was fighting and he was winning. And every time he win, she'd go over there and get in his face and get in his ear and stuff. Did you see that one? I should have sent that one to you. Missed it. I'm going to send that one to you. That one right there was, boy, she was in that boy's face, boy. These were probably 7th graders, maybe not even, maybe 5th, 6th graders probably. You know, boys going to be boys. Let them, just leave them. When parents get into that stuff, then it gets out of hand. But if y'all just let them fight, they would have probably came back and been friends tomorrow. You know how kids are. They fight today and friends tomorrow. But the woman standing up there and she calling him all kind, it's just oh God, I cannot. Oh, I cannot. I cannot.
5 o'clock, a video recorded inside a Walton County school is going viral. It shows a staff member writing the N-word on a board as students cheered. Channel 2's Audrey Washington, live
That's
now at
why they
Walnut
act the way they
Grove
do.
High School.
Right there.
Audrey, you spoke with the parent who first posted the video.
I can't believe it. It's 2020. It's like black people like, I can't believe it. It's 1987. I can't believe it's still racism. Like that song.
It's 2025. We still dealing with that. What? Where you been? Hey, show it every day.
Every day.
Every day. Every day. Every day.
Right, and that parent told me she was appalled by that cell phone video, so she then took the video, she posted it to social media. The video is now viral. She told me she posted it to make sure that the person at the center of this video was held accountable. The video is pretty disturbing right from the beginning. It shows a staff member at Walnut Grove High School write out the N-word with one letter missing. Then in the video,
It's like the childhood KKK movement.
Yeah.
They hitting the house and everything. You know,
Oh,
like,
I
y'all.
cannot. These people. And people want to marry them. Want to have babies with them. Why? Why? Those are not humans. Stop
like
dating Stop dating these animals. This is why you think they are the only people that can get a pig's heart and live. Because they got animals and they have the animal DNA. Why do we do that?
I will say this, right? They have this weird smell that is like, I don't know. It's just like not, I don't know. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have this weird smell that's almost artificial. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway.
you hear a student off camera shout out the final letter. The person at the front of the classroom then completes writing the racial slur, while some of the students whose faces we blurred cheer and laugh. The video then abruptly ends. There's a lot of laughter in the video. Why do you think some of the kids thought it was funny? Because they knew.
Why do you think some Neanderthal kids thought some Neanderthal stuff was funny?
Exactly. What do we expect from animals?
Consider, why did you expect your dog to bark when it started? Okay.
He probably was running away from one of them. You know they love. Never mind. They love Fluffy.
Yeah, because you know what, I'm not even gonna go there because that's gonna go back to the old me.
I quit.
That it was probably embarrassing. There was black kids in the classroom. Tuesday, we spoke with Adriana Wyatt by phone. She says the daughter of a family friend recorded the incident last week. Both Adriana and her mother reposted the video. People need to be held accountable for that. It is not okay to make these students feel a certain type of way while they're in your classroom.
So they were black people in his class? Really? What?
It couldn't have been.
It couldn't have been. No, it couldn't have been. No, not one. There's no way he put that on the board with black children in his class. I just can't believe that. I can't believe it.
Yeah, at least with a black person saying something.
I guarantee you her daughter's friend was white. What you bet?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We need to get into the friend part.
You're gonna get enough calling friends. You're gonna get enough calling them average friends. They eat people, you know that, right?
Consider like, you know, like some of the earliest stuff they used to say in the 1400s.
Yeah.
Is in this book called The Delectable Negro.
Yes, I know. I can't even read that book. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I can't even read it. I can't.
Yeah, they they thought they was getting kidnapped and eaten, and they wasn't necessarily wrong either.
I'm telling you, these people are not humans. But I digress.
In a statement, a district spokesperson wrote, quote, Walton County School District is aware of the video that is circulating, and we
How
are
long did it take them to fire him?
The individual involved is no longer employed with the Walton County School District.
So he just went to another district.
Thinking it's cool to say that. They probably saying it now.
People who shared the video with me named the person seen writing the word in the video, but we have not been able to independently confirm that information. Still, parents here in the area.
So what you gonna do? Kick all of them white kids out of school too? Because they was all just cheering it on, wasn't they? I know.
They tell me they're both shocked.
Look, Khalil Muhammad said, "Why the baby? Why the babies?
Why the babies? Why the babies? Why not? I'm just saying, why not the babies? Why not? Let's say that. Why not?
Especially the babies. How about that?
Especially.
And disappointed.
People actually lost their lives behind that word. People went to jail behind that word. It's nothing to joke about.
Lose their lives.
Now, we were told that there was some sort of game being played when that word was written out.
It doesn't matter.
Confirm.
Consider they sit there and this is what that's on their mind.
Yeah, all the
When
time.
nobody there, probably.
We live rent free in their minds. Rent free.
Damn.
Rent free.
Those are good white people right there. So.
Right there.
Anyway. We probably shouldn't say this, but you know what? We'll do this for a minute because I haven't even heard the video, and he might be saying some cool stuff. He might not. I don't know. But it says, do we really want us to win while self-love is a radical act today's Black community?
We got to stop acting
I'm blowing myself,
like we
hearing
do
myself.
when our actions clearly show that we don't. If we loved ourselves, we'd have standards, not just survival tactics. A lot of times we have got ourselves to a point where we're accepting breadcrumbs from preachers and politicians and performers, and we have not really gotten our fair shake off of our skills, gifts, talent, and labor. We continue to uplift and hold high.
I don't know who this dude is.
Gratitude, bad behavior, immoral things, and can't figure out why we can't move forward or why we aren't taken
We can
serious.
figure it out.
The other part of that is we keep asking and begging and pleading like.
So he probably saying some cool because I had a vibe about some stuff he was saying.
That's some coon. I've heard him before. He's a coon.
I figured.
We're not asking Dave nothing.
Gotcha. I figured that.
He a coon. Anytime you looking serious, that serious. He trying to talk about, oh my God, I can't. Boy. See, I'm telling you, that Willie Lynch is alive and well, ain't it? I'm telling you, got the men talking it, got the men doing it now. Not only did they want the women to do it, they said, train your boys, train them up, right? Man, look at there's a product right there. Product of Willie Lynch.
Yeah, because you can, like I said, you could tell somebody think by certain words they say. That's why I was like, I don't know this dude, but it seemed like he's saying some suspect stuff.
What I do, Botswana, I don't.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to say that. But
some puppy dog outside of a restaurant for scraps. Why are we asking for scraps when we build everybody else's table? We fill that table with food and money and resources, but we don't take care of ourselves at all. A lot of these politicians,
what happens when we do? What happens when we do?
Right.
What happens? Just like let's talk about Burkina Faso, the dude trying to take care of his own people, and this is the 20th time they just tried to kill him 2 days ago. The 20th, no, was it yesterday? I think it was. So when we try to take care of us, when we try to build our own cities, when we Black Wall Street, I'm just saying, when we try, what happens? They try to kill you 20 times. Okay. I'm done. I'm just saying 20 times. And he's doing absolutely nothing but trying to take care of his people. And they've tried to murder him 20 times.
comedians, rappers, actors, athletes, all of them.
That's the thing, Akon Fire. It ain't no bias. We gonna say everybody who do everything. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just one side. That's the point.
I didn't even acknowledge. You know what? This coon here, I don't even acknowledge. Either he white or a coon. Either one. Go ahead. I
These
just don't
politicians too have smiled in your face while they allowed you to starve. And we keep looking to them as something to aspire to. Oh, and the truth of the matter is, we need to start looking to us and how we used to operate as something to aspire.
All right, forget it.
Oh God, thank you.
So let's get back to what we was talking about to go off.
Cargo freight for affordable.
You know, we got to go off with something positive, right? Because there we go. See.
Yes, Trevor does understand, but one he does understand. He gets it. Oh yeah, this one is funny. Oh my God, yes. Look at him. He was dying to come over there. I'd have pushed him in the water. Look,
his brother let him swing.
Get out right now. Go. Girl, what is he trying to do?
Ooh. He lucky part of his skull ain't cave in.
He should have put him in the water.
Man.
Let him lay there for a minute, get a suntan.
He already read. I play it one more time because we ain't got too much positive
He was
stuff.
dying trying to get over there. Look, he was just dying to get to him. Look.
Get out right now. Go. Girl, what is he trying to do?
Ooh.
His friend took him out, huh? It's so called friend.
And black people always walk away at the end. All right, once you're done, you're done. But would they do the same for you?
He laying there. Just let him lay there in the sun. Get a little roasted. Let him drop a little bit.
He probably die if he lay there in the sun.
A little raisin.
But anyway, Cassidra. So, what did you think about everything we was talking about today? And you know, this brother Carmelo and him getting out and a judge, and you know everything we was talking about.
Man, you know what? I know that he is probably regretting some things. And that's why I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about this. Yes, we do stuff, but I want us to make sure that we are not jumping the gun. Now, I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying you let them do what they're going to do, and then you handle your business, period. I want us to use our head. I want us to watch. I want us to be careful out here because I know that they're going to take it to another level now. Be ready. Probably going to see somebody hanging in a few days because that's what they do. That's how they get back. They don't, that's how they do. That's what they do. That's this is they kill, steal, and destroy. I keep telling you guys whose seeds they are, whose attributes they hold. You have to understand who they are. You have to. But I just want you guys to just know that you have every God-given right to defend yourself. If you feel threatened, if you feel that your life is in jeopardy, or if you feel that, the situation is dire, then you have every God-given right to defend yourself, and you just have to fight it in court, But I know he's young, and, teens going to be teens, But like he did, he warned him. He told him a couple times. He didn't just say it one time and boop. He did it a couple times, but we just don't know the whole aspect of the situation. We don't know if both brothers was, in his face, or we don't know what really happened. We wasn't there, but we can only assume because we know their history. We know how they are. We know how they are with us. We know how they are with our children. And this is why when Trump talked about separation is key. I don't care what nobody says. I do believe that enough is enough, and we need to separate immediately, like yesterday. Separate but equal, we can build our own stuff up. We work every day, we can build our own stuff up, seriously. But I do believe that now we should be building, so that we can get back into entrepreneurship, and we should take our money and bring our money to our community and take it away from them, because money is power, and they're going to fall. They're going to fall without our money. Without us giving them a dime, they fail, because Black folk is the one that make this world go around. White folk don't spend no money. It's Black folk that make the world go around. Okay, we have to understand that. But I want us to understand that we are at a 911 right now. So just be careful and just be ready. Be ready. Don't go outside by yourself. Don't go out there without your peanut butter, your peanut butter, your candy bars, okay, and peanuts. Be careful, because it's getting to a place where it's getting really serious and dangerous for us. But we have to understand who we're dealing with. We really don't understand who we are dealing with. Once we understand that, then you'll know why they act the way they do. It's in their blood. It's in their DNA. Just like you've seen that where the white man killed his Black wife and then spit on her. We see that's in their DNA. And they were just mad because the white dude didn't drop the Black dude. That's all that is. They would have been this conversation wouldn't even be if the white dude had done the Black dude in. This whole conversation would have been a different way. They would have been just like Daniel Penny. Oh, he deserved it. He deserved it. But did he? You understand what I'm saying? He deserved what? We know what Daniel Penny deserved, but did he get it? We know what Kyle Rittenhouse deserved, but did he get it? No, he gave it. They gave it. And then they walked. But we just gonna have to, just really pray for the best and get out. And I wish we would get our brothers some backup. We need security, just like the judge. That's a horrible thing that the judge is being threatened the way she is. And the FBI said, "Oh, we got this." You don't have nothing. The Black folk need to get out there and protect her. Come around her house, put no trespassing signs around her house. You come up there, and we're gonna do what we got to do. Hey, Anthony, we have to be careful. And we have to support us and just be ready for whatever, because they coming. And it's okay, because we're ready. Because I'm telling you, this right here could be the start of a race war, and people don't understand how serious because you already saw how they are. You already saw how angry they was. Who's to say this is not the start of a race war? Things happen for a reason. And this could very well be that. Because say, for instance, Anthony does get off. For the grace of God, he gets off. You think it's not going to be a race war? You think they're not going to be upset? You think they're not? I'm just saying it could happen. People, this is so different than we've ever seen before, because I've never seen a Black child get off and is able to go home. You know what I'm saying? So this could be something different, because we got next. You know that. So how we know that this is not lining up for us to be next? And I rest with that.
Yeah, and I'll say this shout out to my brother Anthony in the building. I appreciate you coming through, my brother.
Yes.
Much love, my brother. And my brother William Bell.
Yes, William.
I'm gonna do something kind of the same but a little different. For my last word, this is what he was talking about. He agreed with the brother at the beginning.
Our people.
Yeah,
try to
I love it.
One person from coming up with the one idea. And the one idea is how we are going to exterminate white people, because that, in my estimation, is the only conclusion I have come to. We have to exterminate white people off of the face of the planet to solve this problem. Now, I don't care whether you clap or not, but I'm saying to you that we need to solve this problem, because they are going to kill us. And I will leave on that. So we have to just set up our own system and stop playing and get very serious and not be diverted from coming up with a solution to the problem. And the problem on the planet is white people.
So that would be what I would say. So, Cassidra, I have to do this. for my last words, right?
ahead.
We're gonna talk about a brother who actually accomplished that one of those mission a little bit. You know, even though he was defending himself, he still accomplished the mission. So we got to talk about it.
Touch me and see what happens.
Now they grieving in merch, I'm chilling in Turks. Let's go. Brrr. Yeah, out on bail like it's fashion week. Told the judge I'm good, he dropped it to a quarter G. Now mom's in the Benz, bros rocking off white, while the news still run that twin boys cry at night. Fox got my mug shot in full HD, but the GoFundMe saying pray for me. Got him confused, am I savage or saved? Depends what headline gets the most plays. Yeah. Family of faith, nah, family of finesse. Turned grief into gold, put pain in a vest. The tent was a setup, he pushed, I sliced, but y'all turned a school scuffle into Christ's second life. He said move, I said bet. He pushed me once, I cashed that check. Now I'm chilling with my publicist, posting quotes while the lawyer read Psalms in a fur coat. Yeah, I gave them the truth, they want tears, but I don't cry for cameras or fake tears. They said, why'd you run? I said, why'd he touch? This ain't track and field, this is don't do too much. Media flipped it, now I'm the villain, but I'm on Cameo, signing death threats for $1 million. Mom doing press merch linked in the bio. Meanwhile, I'm ghosting the priest from Ohio. Where's the remorse? It's locked in the safe right next to the knife in the legal briefcase. I asked the cop if it's self-defense, then smiled like, can I leave now? Said yes. They said he died in his twin's arms, so poetic, but tell the twin don't push next time, pathetic. You play tough, better know the price. I turned his last breath into streaming rights. You got morning candles, I got sponsorships. I sell trauma in deluxe bundles, bonus clips. Died for a tent, that's a minor fee. Now the whole state know not to play with me. They said I whispered, see what happens. Well, look what happened. Stats went platinum. Now your family got sermons, I got captions. Me wanted justice, I wanted peace. He pushed the prophet, now rest in grief. I post a scene with a laughing gif. His mom's in black, my mom in drip. God bless the bond system, amen. Sheesh. I got fans, lawyers, pastor stands, news crews, candles, GoFund scans. I got a defense and a playlist deal. He got buried in questions that I won't feel. I said, don't touch me, that was the script. Now I sip champagne off the tip of the clip. He said, why? I said, read the report. Now I ghost the DA like a Netflix short. Y'all got grief, I got leverage. Y'all got loss, I got credit. I ain't just free, I'm trending worldwide, and y'all still asking why. Can't touch me.
All right, and
Awesome.
I would say download this, put it on the CD, and ride through your nearest trailer park and blast this out.
You better have your candy bar too.
Just see what happened. That's all.
Yeah.
But because you know, if they threaten your life, you can defend yourself. You know what I mean? So, and then you can make your own song. So, anyway, Cassidra, I appreciate you for being on here. And
Absolutely, anytime. Thanks for the invite.
yeah, and yeah, Anthony said all the peckerwoods better hide tonight, and that peckerwood did not hide that day. So you see what happens. So I appreciate y'all for listening. Shouts out to my brother Anthony, Raw, Matron, William Bell, Bawana, Icon, Fire, and everybody else who was listening.
Yes.
Erica, Bitter Medicine Podcast.
Yeah.
And make sure y'all subscribe to yo, I'm tripping myself out listening to myself, but yo, make sure y'all subscribe to Matron channel and listen to her readings and stuff like that. And she reading 2 different books at the same time, and she's talking about the slave slave trading and all of that stuff on the I'm tripping, but she's talking about slavery in America on one book and talking about African history on the other. and the psychology, and Miss Wilson, the psychology of Black people. I'm sorry, I'm saying it all wrong because I'm listening to myself talk while I'm talking. So I appreciate y'all listening. And as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're going to keep falling for anything.
Peace, family.